Hey guys, it is me again, as you can tell. Today is Thursday, March 15th. Makes it day 75 on our Daily Bread 2012 project. Anyway guys, it is good to be here. Hope y'all are doing alright. Oh, excuse me guys, try to make this as quick as I can. I know I say that a lot, and I don't really succeed, but I'm going to try with everything in me tonight. So anyway guys, it is good to be here. I hope y'all are doing alright. Again guys, sorry for being a little bit late. Again, I've been out there working on that car. I thank you for your advice today. I went ahead and
I'll be honest, the spots on the hood, and the top, both the roof that I sanded down. I had layers of some, still good clear, and some base, and down to some primer, and I come here just shooting sealer over it, seeing if the sealer would cover it, and just because I'll be honest, I hate. Number one, I have such trouble shooting that 2K primer. I don't know if my 1.7 gun is junk, which I think it is. It actually tonight it was trying to like spit and spray on me. I mean, just act a little funny, which I mean it got the job done. But anyway, I started not to do it because I don't like spraying it, even thinning it down. It just where it's so thick, it just sprays. I can't get it to spray right, and then it's sanding it, man. It's just having to sand all that, blocking that out by hand. It's a lot of work, especially for a job I probably ain't going to make nothing on. But, I got to thinking about it, and I said, well, I might as well do it right while I'm doing it. So, I went ahead and 2K'd it. So, I put that on tonight, and hopefully, that'll be dry enough tomorrow evening where I can start blocking it out and try to get everything ready for paint. Guys, the thing that's killing me though on this car, and I don't know what to do about it, is I called it the spoiler, I guess, last night. It's the wing on the back of the car, goes on the trunk. Some people call them spoilers, I guess. Some people call them wings. And I don't know what to do about it. I sanded, after I got my 2K primer on, I just went straight out in the garage, 2K'd my areas, got done with those, and started sanding on that wing. And I sanded and I sanded and I sanded. And I tried what Darren said in his video. He told me to maybe try wet sanding it, to keep from clogging the paper up. So I wet sanded it, with 320. Wet sanded it with 180. Got my arm tired of sanding, so I said, "Fooey on it, I'll DA it." So I dried everything off and started DAing it. And I mean, I'm serious, guys. I sanded for hours on this thing, and it's still, because the paint that he sprayed on it is cracked, but the paint underneath his is cracked too. Looks like this spoiler was red the first time, painted red. The red paint is cracked on it. His paint's cracked. I just don't know. My thing, like I was kind of asking Darren, and he even mentioned it there. I said, well, I'll just get some 80 grit, and that way I can knock it down real quick. But I've got a few reservations about 80 grit. Number one, I'm afraid of tearing the plastic up, even, misshaping it or something, And then like Darren said, once you get 80 grit down into that plastic, it tends to open the pores up, and you may get some oils out of it. And number three, what would I fill 80 grit scratches back up with? That sealer won't fill 80 grit scratches. And I just ran out of 2K primer tonight on the hood and the roof. Yeah, the hood and the roof. So, there you could say, well, so I don't know. I really don't know what to do. Like I said, without, I'm guessing you could fill your 80 grit scratches back up with 2K primer, but now I'd have to buy more, or he'd have to buy more. So I don't know. I've got a blasting cabinet. Darren suggested sandblasting it off like Milo does. I know Milo blasts a lot of plastic. I've got a blasting cabinet, but this wing is way too big to fit in it. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to do. The wing is going to be my killer on this job. So I don't know, guys. I just have to try to figure it out. I guess I'll figure out what to do, how to do it. I guess so. I may just have to get everything else done, and you know, that way I can concentrate on the wing last. I don't know. But anyway, guys, I'm not going to talk about that too much. I want to thank everybody for praying for me, guys. I tell you, it's kind of funny. You just, as humans, guys, I don't know why we do it. You know, I've seen God do so much. I have. I've seen Him work so many miracles that I've needed, that other people have needed. And I don't know why we doubt Him so much. You know, I guess it's all in the timing. You know, we expect things in our time. We set a time frame, and then when we don't see it happen in that time frame, we start giving up. I mean, that's just, I don't know, that's natural for us humans to do, I guess. Kind of like me with selling this camper deal. You know, I've prayed about it, and I've asked the Lord, and I've cried out to the Lord, and you know, and the funny thing was, the one night that I prayed out to God, and I really did, I had a good prayer. I mean, you know, you guys can tell when you're having a good prayer, when you really feel the Spirit. And I had a real good prayer that night. And the next day, that's what I told you guys, the next day is when the fire chief guy comes and takes the keys to go look at it. And I said, right there is a prayer answered, you know. And I don't know. And it, like I said, that's been what? Well, you know, I mean, he said time to get back with us, and he's not. So, I mean, so evidently he's not interested, or he don't want it, or it's too much money, or he can't get the money. I don't know what the deal is, but I don't know. That stuff just discouraged. You know, I'm human just like everybody else. That discouraged me. You know, when, like I said, it'd been different if we was trying to sell this thing for a week. You know, but we've been trying to sell this thing for pretty hard for over a year now. And like I said, we've had like 1 or 2 people interested in it. I mean, it's just, you know, when you do get somebody interested in it, you really pray and you really hope that that person buys it, because it's not like you're having people jumping out of the woodwork on it. So, I don't know. And we're willing to cut the price down. I mean, Dad was pretty much telling him, hey, you know, make me an offer on it. Let me know what you'll give me for it, you know. But I don't know. He still didn't get back with us. So I don't know. I don't know, guys. But like I'm saying, just pray for me on that stuff. We all get discouraged, I guess, with things like that. And I know in the grand scheme of things, that's not important, you know. But it would just, you know, it would do me so good, the family so good, the church so good. It would be a real boost for all of us, you know, if we could sell that thing. And you know, I'm not going to buy drugs with it or do anything stupid with it, you know. So nothing against God's laws, so I don't know why He wouldn't want it to happen. You know, so I guess sometimes we just got to wait upon the Lord, like Brother John said, and see what He does. So, like I said, I'm not going to give up. I do get discouraged a little bit, but I'm not going to give up. So, having said that, guys, thanks for praying. Thanks for praying for my uncle, Darren. I thank you for mentioning him in your video. Dad called one of his sons today, and they said they did the heart cath this morning. He had his main artery, I think, in the front of his heart, what they said, was 99% blocked. So they cleaned it out or put a stent in it, or cleaned it out and put a stent in it, whatever they do. And he was doing, you know, better. And they were going to observe him until tomorrow morning. And if everything was all right, his heart rate stayed all right and all that, they were going to let him go home. You know, they said if his heart rate don't stay right, they may have to put a pacemaker in him. But, you know, the way they talked, they really didn't think they was going to have to do that. They said that was just kind of a normal procedure, I guess, after they did this and his age and everything, to observe him and see if he needed a pacemaker. But, you know, they didn't think he was going to. So, anyway, guys, just keep praying for him. So, having said that, guys, like I say, and pray for me, guys, on this car out here. Like I said, it's, you know, I know the brother, he's driving another car right now to work, and it's a car that they've just bought and they don't know much about, and he's having a few little problems with it. And I know he probably wants to get this car back to start driving it. And, you know, to be honest about it, I mean, if my block salmon goes all right, and, you know, I can probably feasibly be ready to seal and paint this car tomorrow night. Everything except for that stupid wing. Like I said, I just don't have a clue what I'm gonna do on that wing. Like Darren told me, and I knew that, when I asked Darren, I said, I don't think I can use aircraft stripper on it, but tell me. And he said, no, you can't. They make special plastic stripper that you can use, but he said he still didn't like using it because it could turn the plastic kind of soft. And so I don't know, guys. Like I said, I really don't know what I'm going to do, especially like I said, now that I'm out of 2K primer. And like I said, I can't afford to spend $50 of my own money to buy any more. And I don't know if he can buy any either. So, like I said, if I do take that wing down to 80 grit, something has to be put back in there to fill those 80 grit scratches up. So, I don't know. I'll just have to see. Like I said, I may just have to use every one of my 180 DA pads and just keep burning, because at least 180C, if I don't go nothing no rougher than 180, I can fill 180 scratches back up with a sealer. So, anyway, guys, just pray for me on that. Pray that the Lord will give me a wisdom bomb. That way I can figure out what to do, what the best and quickest way to do it is. I was thinking about putting it in my sandblaster and leaving the door open and then taking like a big garbage bag and draping over, and taping it all and sealing it up, the end that's sticking out. That way none of the stuff don't come out. And maybe blasting it in my cabinet. But I don't know. That may work. But with this plastic, you never know. Glass bead may not even bring paint off plastic. Where it's kind of flexible, it may just bounce on it. So, anyway, guys, just pray for me on that. 1 Corinthians, guys, chapter 14, verse 20. Here we go. Brethren, be not children in understanding. Howbeit in malice be ye children, but in understanding be men. Self-explanatory, guys. In the law it is written, with men of other tongues and other lips will I speak unto this people, and yet for all that will they not hear me, saith the Lord. Ain't that the truth? He's talking about the Jews, guys, but the Lord speaks to all of us and we don't hear. Wherefore tongues are for a sign, not to them that believe, but to them that believe not. But prophesying serveth not for them that believeth not, but for them which believeth. Now again, guys, Paul's still talking about the prophesying. How prophesying is a better gift to have from God than speaking in tongues. He's saying speaking in tongues is a gift for the non-believers, kind of, because it shows them the power of God. But he's saying that prophesying is a gift, it serves the people that believe. Verse 23, if therefore the whole church be come together into one place, and all speak with tongues, and there come in those that are unlearned, or unbelievers, will they not say that ye are mad? But if all prophesy, and there come in one that believeth not, or one unlearned, he is convinced of all, he is judged of all. And thus are the secrets of his heart made manifest, and so falling down on his face he will worship God, and report that God is in you of a truth. How is it then, brethren, when ye come together, every one of you hath a psalm, hath a doctrine, hath a tongue, hath a revelation, hath an interpretation? Let all things be done unto edifying. If any man speak in an unknown tongue, let it be by two, or at the most by three, and that by course, and let one interpret. But if there be no interpreter, let him keep silence in the church, and let him speak to himself and to God. See, Paul's just saying there's no purpose in it. Paul's saying, don't come in here trying to do this, when there's no purpose in it. If you're by yourself, he's saying, speak to God. He said, if there's 2 or 3 of you, and the gift of tongues comes on you, that's fine. But he's saying if there's more than that, you can have problems. And if there's less than that, you can have problems. Let the prophets speak 2 or 3, and let the other judge. Self-explanatory. If anything be revealed to another that sitteth by, let the first hold his peace. For ye may all prophesy one by one, that all may learn, and all may be comforted. What a gift, guys. What a gift it'd be to be able to prophesy. I mean, really, think about that. That just, it blows me away, guys. We ought to all pray for these gifts. And you know, that's the thing about it, guys. God can give us these gifts now just like He did these people. I'd say it's harder today to get these gifts because, number one, we're not as obedient to God as these disciples, these apostles were. You know, that's just the truth. We sin more. You know, we let our sin, and we let this world, we let everything, you know, we let things like I've talked about before, we let sports and TV and internet and everything hamper our connection between us and God. You know, and that's just the truth. If we could get disconnected and unplugged from all this other stuff and serve God like we should, we could see ourselves prophesying. We really could. So anyway, guys, thanks for being here. Hope somebody gets something out of this reading tonight. Like I said, thank you all for praying for me. Just keep praying. Pray for our business tomorrow, guys. You guys that see this. Again, I'm in one of those spots. I need the miracle, which I've been getting it, but I need the miracle from the Lord this week to be able to. We had to borrow a little bit of money pulled it from one place and put it in another, and to buy some tires this week. And I need to be able to make enough money to put that money back, pay that money back. So, you know, pray for us, guys. Pray I'll get to draw a paycheck somehow. And, you know, we know the Lord can do it. So keep praying for that, guys. Keep praying that we sell that camper, like I said. I thank you all for it. I guess that's about it for tonight, guys. So like I said, if y'all need anything, let me know. Good Lord willing, I'll be back here tomorrow night. Until I do see you guys again, good night. God bless.